guys, it's Britt. Today we're here to talk about Colleen Ballinger and Jojo Siwa's relationship, and I have a video that I want to play for you guys so that we can have this conversation. This is something that I've talked about before, so if you are a longer time subscriber of mine, y'all already know how I feel about this. I have talked about it before, but I figured since everyone is finally deciding to actually acknowledge how inappropriate Colleen is, we would focus today on her inappropriate relationship with Jojo Siwa. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I know that intro might have been a little bit harsh for some people, but it is a little frustrating. I want to be honest with you guys before we get into the reaction of this video. I see so many people talking about Colleen now, and we're not talking about somebody who had a really small channel and nobody really knew of them, and now all of this is being uncovered. Colleen Ballinger is one of the OGs of YouTube. She has been on this platform since the early days, and she has been very popular for many, many, many years. This was not hidden. This was not a small creator that nobody knew of. This was somebody who was not only being inappropriate on her channel, but also during her live shows and on videos on multiple different channels. So it is just a little frustrating, and I don't want to come off as if I'm talking down to or demeaning. I'm glad that the conversation is happening, but as I've said in other videos, I do hope that this changes the perspective of people in the future. When somebody shows you that they're inappropriate, believe that they're inappropriate. When somebody shows you that they're a damn racist, believe that they're a racist. If somebody shows you that they are homophobic, believe that they are homophobic. They are showing you who they are. Believe them. And hold them accountable. Talk about it. Don't be afraid because somebody has a super crazy fandom. Talk about it. Because maybe the sooner that people talk about this widely, less of these people will be able to build a platform of millions and a net worth of millions of dollars. So this video is a short little video. It's just over 4 minutes long, and it comes from a YouTuber. His name is Tommy Italiano, and of course, as always, I will link the video down below. If you guys want to go watch it for yourselves, go leave a like, go leave a comment, go read the comments, whatever you want to do, it will be linked in my description box. And let's just get into it. It has 4.3 thousand views. The likes and dislikes are disabled by the creator, and it doesn't have that many comments, but let's get into it.
Colleen Ballinger owes Jojo Siwa an apology. The videos are disgusting.
Dancing, and I can see your entire legs. Stop it! You're like 5 years old. I put these on.
The one you sell.
Yes.
Do you sell these?
This looks much better. Yes, I sell them. You don't even know what I sell. What kind of Marfanda are you? Stop eating. Also, I'm just now realizing your shirt says milk all over it.
Do you not like
You drink milk?
Yes.
You know that comes from a private part?
Do you know that you drank milk when you were a kid?
No, I did not.
Well, you never were a
And my
kid?
mom tried to make me drink that, I would be like, get away, pervert. I'm not drinking that out of your private.
Whoa! How old are you?
That's none of your business. You're never supposed to ask someone how old they are.
How young are you?
Thank you for asking.
Alright, she has no age. Anyway, so I'm going to teach you how to twerk.
Jojo was only 13 years old at the time of this video.
She hurts her Tukey permanently. You need to protect the Tukey.
I've always said that Colleen and Jojo's friendship was a bit strange, and when I've mentioned that in the past, people have said, well, you're blowing it out of proportion because Colleen was more like a mentor to her. And you guys tell me how you feel down below, but in my opinion, a mentor and a mentee, those relationships don't typically, or they shouldn't, involve sexual jokes, NSFW content, inappropriate kind of banter between the person that is older and the person that is younger. That's not a mentorship. That is an older person attaching themselves to a younger person and being inappropriate with the words and language and jokes, quote jokes that they're using with this younger person in conversations. When it comes to JoJo, I always thought that even though Colleen was on YouTube first, she always used JoJo as a way to bring traffic to her channel, get views on videos, because her videos where she collabs with JoJo, they always do really well. But it's also a way, in my opinion, this is of course only a conspiracy for educational purposes only, that it was a way for her to almost come off as, quote, safe to kids that were in that teenage age group. Like, oh, well, look, I'm collabing with this person who's young and cool and really popular. I'm not problematic. I'm just a wholesome YouTuber, guiding this teenage YouTuber through how to make content, and we're collabing and having fun. Very inappropriate. I always thought it was creepy. There's no excuse that you can give me that I will change my mind on that, but let's keep going.
The Tuki's getting unprotected by this leotard.
Alrighty, so there you go. Now you have no more Tuki left.
But I did the Miranda.
You did do the Miranda.
Based on these videos, it could be argued and alleged that Colleen has been grooming JoJo since she was 13 years old, or even younger.
Stop! Jojo, stop! Don't look at her! Do not look at her that way!
Fetus!
She doesn't know what she's doing! She's a child! Don't do that, Jojo!
Fetus.
Jojo,
Okay.
you cannot do that!
Why not?
That will entice all the people! You cannot be twerking out the body like that.
Well,
You're popping the booty.
Well, okay, should we call it something else? Is that the issue?
Here, I'll show you a gooder version of it. If you want to dance with your legs spread, you can do that. You just be like, okay, well that's because you're wearing pants. Have you ever taken the pants off and seen what's inside?
In public, no. On the toilet, yes.
And?
In my own privacy, yes.
And? Jojo, who's teaching you these things? Where is your mother? Stop it! Jojo, I swear.
Really disgusting that Colleen asked where JoJo's mom was.
Jojo! Pray over Jojo. She's doing the twerkings and she's a young little doll.
It's okay. If I get this, does it mean I get a kiss?
Not from me. I'm not on the knees, Jojo, and you're too young to be kissed. You're too young.
It's fine, guys. So Maria, so what did JoJo's juice do?
It's just so strange. I really don't understand how somebody would not only be comfortable to form this relationship with someone that was so much younger than them, but to also have them featured in videos and to film this stuff, edit it, and actually post it, and think that not one person was going to call Colleen's ethics into question is shocking to me. There is one comment that I want to read real quick, and it says, the only reason she was friends with JoJo is because Rebecca Zamolo and Joshua were closer to her than Colleen. When the divorce happened between Colleen and Josh, Colleen stalked JoJo and groomed her into an inappropriate relationship. This was partly to take away any friends from her now ex and to partly get content and younger viewers. That's what I'm saying. It is by design that Colleen had JoJo in so many different collabs. It was a way for her to come off as safe to a younger fan base and to get those people that would typically watch JoJo's content, which were kids, to also now be watching Colleen's content. So you cannot sit there and tell me that Miranda Sings did not make content for a younger viewing audience.
Is every week I film a video and then I pour juice on my head.
Why?
I'm gonna pour it on you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I don't want you to. I don't trust your juice.
It almost sends a chill down my spine that everything JoJo says, Colleen automatically turns around and turns it into something sexual or suggestive. Every single thing that she says, every move that she makes is then turned into something that is, like your mind's in the gutter kind of philosophy.
I don't trust any of your juices, Jojo.
Rock, paper, scissors.
You're
If
trying-
I win, I get to pour it on you. If you win, you get to pour it on you.
Don't trust your juices. I
That was
don't
the
want
rule.
your juices on me.
That was the rule. Come on.
Jojo, who's teaching you?
We'll do it on the kitty cat thing.
Who taught you that you can pour your juices on other people, Jojo?
You know?
That's not appropriate.
I'm not the lecturer.
Yes, you do. You're playing with handcuffs. You're twerking on other people. It's
I did not twerk on other people. I twerked on myself.
Do not.
13 years old at the time of this filming. And there's another comment from somebody that said that Rachel Ballinger, which is Colleen's sister, has acknowledged that she and Jojo met when Jojo was 12. So they met sometime in 2015. I assume that she met Colleen around the same time or first, you know, that with them being sisters. Just so, like, why? Why would you even want to be friends with a literal 12 or 13-year-old? And have them in your house without parental supervision? Like, if anything, I would say, okay, well, maybe if they were friends with Jojo's mom, and then Jojo just so happened to tag along when her mom went to visit Colleen, that would be something completely different. Because then we're talking about two adults that have a friendship, and Jojo is the daughter and comes to visit when her mom is there. That is not what this is.
Trust this girl. She's a naughty girl, but you can subscribe to me, okay? She is a naughty little girl who keeps twerking and hurting her Tukey and all these types of things. So do not subscribe to
What's
Jojo.
a Tukey? Again.
A Tukey is a part on
There's
you.
a broccoli in my butt.
Get out. Jojo, get out of my house.
So this collab with Jojo, Miranda, Colleen, is asking people to subscribe knowing that Jojo's fan base is coming across this because Colleen knows the algorithm. She's been on YouTube for ages at this point. She knows the algorithm. She knows that Jojo's young fan base is watching this with the inappropriate language, sexually suggestive jokes, as she wants to call them, and now she's asking Jojo's fans to become new subscribers to her Miranda Sings channel, where she makes all of these disgusting remarks, constantly talking about you know, crevices and body parts and all of this kind of stuff, which is not for children that are in Jojo's fan base at that point in time.
Violent!
Okay.
This behavior is reprehensible and criminal. This perversion and weirdness needs to end. It's unacceptable. Colleen owes Jojo an apology, and Jojo's fans and her parents an apology as well.
Some of the other collabs that Colleen has done with Jojo, I think the most problematic is the fact that she was showing Jojo 4 years ago, so that would have been in 2019, so Jojo would have been 15 or 16 years old. She showed the raw birth footage of her having her child to Jojo, showing a literal young girl. Number one, Jojo's mother wasn't present. Number two, Jojo didn't need to see this footage of Colleen having a child. Number three, you literally did this for a reaction to put on YouTube, knowing that it was going to get millions of views, and it did. 8.1 million views. And they have collabed as recent as 1 month ago. On Colleen's vlog channel, 1 month ago, Jojo Siwa made me cry. 4 months ago, Jojo babysits my kids. Jojo has collabed with Rachel as well 4 years ago, driving with Rachel Ballinger. And 1 month ago, Jojo Siwa's birthday party. So they still have a very close friendship. And now, obviously, current day, Jojo is a legal adult. So if she chooses to have a friendship with Colleen, that is one thing. But I do wonder the amount of alleged grooming that took place when Jojo was still very young and impressionable. And I've talked about this before, but let's talk for a quick second before I close this video out about young people wanting to please the adults in their life. This is something that happens all the time, and honestly, it's come up in conversation over the last 24 hours, specifically because of the OceanGate situation, where the father and son that were on the OceanGate submersible that was trying to go down to the Titanic, and unfortunately came to, a very tragic and quick end. The son wanted to please his father. He was very, very terrified to go on this expedition, but he wanted to please his father, so he went ahead and did it because it was Father's Day weekend and decided to go. But these situations happen all the time, where a child wants to appease an adult in their life, whether it's a parent, a family friend, an uncle, a distant aunt or uncle. It doesn't matter. Kids want to appease the adults in their life. So they will say yes to things that are inappropriate or scary, or something that they don't know what they're really getting themselves into. These scenarios happen all the time. So I do wonder what is the amount of impact, negative impact, that Colleen had on Jojo, and how could that be influencing them still being friends current day? That is what I wonder. Is Jojo just too scared to say, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, because she knows that Colleen has a crazy fandom? But I will say, everybody who is standing by Colleen Ballinger right now and not saying anything, it is, as the days go by, it really is alarming, the amount of silence that we have heard from people that are the closest in her circle. And I'm not talking about people that, she might have collabed with 8 years ago or whatever. Not talking about that. I am talking about current day. Within the last year, who are the people that are consistently around her? Their silence I find very interesting. Colleen's own silence I find very interesting. And she is probably being advised by her legal counsel to don't make a statement, don't say anything. But I think that even if you're being advised to not say anything, you could still put out something simply to acknowledge the amount of extreme horror that all of this is causing the people that are taking in this content, and specifically the negative impact that she made and the trauma that she has caused for Adam McIntyre specifically. This is alarming to watch all of this unfold, but I did want to talk specifically about her relationship with Jojo and show you guys those few clips. So nevertheless, I'm also about to make a video about the Rolling Stone article that just came out on her. Colleen Ballinger, it is a wrap for her. It is a wrap for her, but we're going to continue to cover it. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.